Hello, beautiful souls. So I'm trying to turn down the love frequency that I'm playing in the background. We're going to be doing a pick a card soul to soul reading. Now, I offer these and I realize that I'm going to do a little bit of what it is that I offer to you guys so that you know what they look like if you make them a personal message. But I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to make this a personal message by you guys choosing a pile. So we're going to choose two different oracle cards. And depending on which oracle you choose, this is going to be your reading regarding a specific person that you have on your mind. So it does require for you to have someone in mind. So I ask you to go ahead and think of someone. And as I pick, as I show you one of the piles, one of the actual oracles, you can decide if it feels that it's honoring that specific person or a different person. And then you will decide which specific oracle you would like to choose for the person on your heart. Soul to soul readings are about why has a person come into your life? What are they evoking in your heart to level up in regards to your soul purpose? All people, I believe all people come into our lives with a set intention. Their soul has a contract with our soul to specifically evoke some level of a lesson for us. So we're going to go ahead and go into this reading with a set person in mind, and then see what source wants you to know that you and that soul came here to do for each other, to evoke within each other, but also it will tell you whether or not you guys are going to be able to meet in the middle, whether or not you guys are able to move forward in this lesson, evolve, align to the frequency of what your souls came here to do together. And then we will end the reading with what the result most probably is with the connection that you are asking about. So Source wants you to think of someone. Go ahead and take 3 deep breaths with the person that you would like to get a message about. That is required in this reading, and this is going to be my weekend special, so go ahead and go under my stories and my highlight to see what the special is if you want to go ahead and have me channel the message from source for you specifically. All right, beautifuls, here we go. I'm going to be drawing from 2 different oracle decks, and you are going to decide if you are which oracle card you are, and then I'll tell you at the end of this, not the end of this, at the beginning of this, which one's going to be pile number 1 and which one's going to be pile number 2. All right, so think of a person, and the one card that you feel most drawn to or you feel is giving you a message most potently to the person in your mind will be the oracle that you should choose for the message. Okay, so let's go ahead. Please, source, give a clear guidance for this specific oracle so that they may be more comfortable with the pile that they're picking. Okay, so for this pile number 1, the card that you got is Resurrection. The number 4, Archangel Gabriel. So if you feel drawn to Archangel Gabriel, pile number 1 is going to be your message. This is for your soul to soul reading for pile number 1. All right, let's see what pile number 2 is. Pile number 2. Pile number 2. Pile number 2 has the card of Mercy, the number 41. So if you feel most drawn to the card Mercy, number 41, and Archangel Remiel. This is going to be your reading. So pile number 1 is going to be the number 4, Archangel Gabriel, Resurrection. And pile number 2 is going to be Mercy, Archangel Remiel, number 41. So if you are pile number 2, you're going to go ahead and join me on pile number 2. But right now, we're going to go into pile number 1. This is your soul to soul reading for pile number 1. All right, here we go, guys. I'm going to go ahead and turn this around and have you guys just look at the cards. Okay, pile number 1. Let's go ahead and put your card right here. Resurrection. Do not pay attention to my much needed nails that need some work. We are going to go to the soul to soul reading in regards to pile number 1. Pile number 1, this is your soul to soul reading. Okay. Source, please give me clarity and guidance regarding pile number 1's soul to soul message. All right. Oop, look at you guys. Fallen off the horse is the message that I just got for pile number 1 in some way. All right, let's see. Soul to soul message for pile number 1. Okay, so if you pick pile number 1, the first thing that is coming through is that this soul has come here to remind you of a story that you've played out over and over and over again in your life. This soul is here to remind you of how this story can move differently if you can navigate your character in the story. Can you shift? Can you grow out of the character that you've been playing in a story? And this is why this soul came into your life. So this soul is here to show you that if you became the phoenix after the ashes, how would you navigate your heart moving forward? If you were to look at every love message, every love experience that you've had in your life, if you were to look at that and say, if I had the warrior spirit of rewriting this story as everything happened so that I could live into the love story of my best case scenario, what would it look like? What would it feel like? How would you feel in that story? This person's here to resurrect something deeper in you that has to call yourself out and choosing to snuff out your flame. You must choose to not be bite-sized people to certain people. You must choose to be your big, bold, crazy self for some of you. And this energy is saying to me that there is an energy here of this person coming in and somehow seeing you in a way that you want to live into. They see you. They see the part of you that wants to be seen, and you've had to do absolutely nothing but be you. Now, let's go ahead and find out what your story is with you and this person. So what has connected you and this person is that you've come together from wounding. So pile number 1, this person and you came together with a similar wound. There is something about your stories that are similar, maybe your childhood is similar. There's an energy here that what brought you and this person together is a similar pain body, and you are here to see if you can pour into someone as you would like to be poured into. And that is the connection between you and this person. Now, how this person sees you, pile number one, is somebody that deserves everything that you've ever wanted. This person sees you as a badass, somebody that knows their value, goes after their goals and achieves them. This person sees you as a very high valued person. They know that you are a benefit to their life, and they want you to know that, whether this is romantic or not. And this doesn't, and I should have kind of clarified that these connections don't have to be romantic. They could be somebody that you just have like an idea that you're meant to know them. This person sees you high value. They see you as a person who deserves everything your heart desires, but most importantly, they know that you're going to choose what you deserve, and only that. Now, what Source is saying to me for pile number one, how you perceive this person is somebody that may be a bit cocky, may say exactly what they think without maybe considering, navigating if it is something of value to you. This person's definitely you see this person as taking an action towards you, pile number one. This person has definitely stirred up communication in a very passionate way within you. There is definitely a sense of banter between you and this person, and you feel very excited every time that you guys actually have some sort of exchange. Now, if you don't necessarily have communication with this person, Source is telling me that you are very ignited by this person. There's a feeling of magnetism with this person, and it doesn't come from anywhere logically, is what Source is saying, but you feel it in your body whenever you think of this person. Something inside of you, it's like Source is telling me, it's like when the ignition turns on. This is how you perceive this person. Now, the heart of the matter for this person regarding my pile number one is they feel very much like they're an outsider to you. They're not sure whether or not they will be let into your inner circle. For some of you, this may be somebody from your past that feels as if they fumbled the ball or they don't deserve you. It tells me that this person really feels like they are no longer in your good graces. For some of you, this energy is seriously a feeling of like, I really need to work on myself, for pile number one, to see me as a high valued person. This person really deserves everything that they seek, and I don't know if I have it to give them. This person really feels as if they are not inside your nuclei. They're not inside your inside circle, and they feel very much like, well, we'll get clarity on this, but I do feel as if they want to believe that they will be given a second chance. Now, the heart of the matter for my group ones, this is how you perceive them, is that you need a break. You need to heal, is what your heart is feeling. Some of you guys, this could be an ex. For others of you, this could be the person after a very tumultuous relationship that left you feeling like you're not ready to be emotionally available. And like I said, for this group, is it feels as if you guys have a very similar love story. The love story between you and this person on your mind is that you guys have very similar unhealed wounding, or wounding that seems to keep showing up. Wounding that keeps showing up within your life in relationship. There seems to be a chord here of how it's showing me the red string theory for you guys. Okay, so there seems to be some level of a message here that you guys have similar heart healing that is essential. And Source wants to warn you in regards to this connection for pile number 1 to not to give too much credence to your past wounding, so that you can actually create a connection from how you would like to heal from all of the experiences that you've been through. So for pile number 1, the message that I'm getting is, instead of connecting with somebody through your shadow, through your unhealed wound, that means that the relationship will rupture once one of you is healed. Why not weave a healing vibration in this connection so both of you guys can find yourself up to the surface of the water? How about, instead of talking about the things that confirm the lower vibration of an experience of unhealed wounding, you take the sharing as steps of how those things taught you exactly what you needed to be taught in order to find yourself having this kind of honest relationship and conversation with someone, so that you can trust them on the levels of honestly stepping into the vibration of healing. That is what Source wants you to know. Both of you guys are walking through wounding, and both of you guys are walking through healing. And Source says you're not meant to come together with people only when you're healed. You're meant to come together with people knowing who your people are and who you can be honest about not being perfect and trying to figure out how to process certain emotions, but choosing the better emotion of expansion and opening your heart slowly so that you can trust, is what Source is really asking you to understand. Now, I do want to say that group number 1 sees the person on their mind as an elder, as a teacher, and Source wants group number 1 to know that no, it's the other way around. Group number 1's person idolizes them, and this person needs to, and you need to, find the balance in seeing that both of you guys have come together as true counterparts, so that you can choose to see each other as not less or more than the other. The balance is in knowing that human experience is validated through knowing that we can always choose to grow, and no person is more or less than the other. Now let's see what Source's message is in regards to what your souls came here to really teach the other. Your person, group number 1, feels as if you came here to help them break a cycle. And whatever cycle that is different for each of you. This is a collective message. This is not a personal message. So each of you guys have this person feel as if you've come into their life, group 1, to help them end a certain book and start a whole new story for themselves. And they feel very much like you're the freshness, the newness that they've been seeking to find, that will give them the oxygen to have hope for a completely different story for themselves. And for you, pile number one, how you perceive this soul that has come into your life is that this person can meet you at how they perceive you. They can show up, be someone of value, follow through with their word, and walk the walk with you, which is seriously just growth. Be comfortable in the uncomfortableness. Be comfortable in the sharing of the vulnerability. So I will say two things. The main thing that Source would like this group to know is slow and steady wins the race. That's the main thing that I'm getting for this group. Like, slow and steady wins the race. There is no rush in healing. There is simply a grace in allowing yourself to kind of really embody each emotion that comes in, and then choose to be expressive and open when you feel ready. Now let's find out what Source feels as if the most probable outcome is for this group in regards to this person. What is the most probable outcome? Oops, sorry. What is the most probable outcome for this group? Pile number one. The owl and the nightingale. Oh, wow. This is super beautiful. As you can see, these are both birds, and birds for me are messengers, right? So the most important thing in this group is keeping your communication open, allowing yourself to know that there are times to be observant and there are times to communicate. And Source is saying both these birds communicate at different times, and neither is better than the other. They both can fly, but they both fly with different purposes. The owl is here to really seek and be watchful of the perfect time to take action, right? And the nightingale's here singing and creating this beautiful dynamic of song to allow a blooming per se. But what I think is pretty interesting is that both of these are night birds. Think about it. Both of these are night birds. For some of you guys, this is a confirmation that both of you guys are night owls. Like, you like to stay up late at night. You're not like morning people. And some of you guys may need that as a confirmation. Ah, that's beautiful. Okay, so this is not giving me an outcome. This is saying to me that you are meant to really allow your communication to be ongoing in order for this relationship to expand, right? But let's find out what Source believes the most probable outcome will be for this group. Pile number one. The choice. I love it. You know, this is so Source, especially on collective messages. I definitely feel like Source wants to keep you guys aware that everything's a choice. If you don't feel ready, it's okay. If you feel ready, even perfect. But who says the journey has to ever end? Why can't the journey be something that you're consistently rerouting and making decisions depending on what, the call is? Source is saying to me that it is a choice. It is a choice for you and it's a choice for them. But one of the main things that Source is saying to me is that this group, pile number one, really must consistently, authentically communicate what they're feeling in order to evolve and grow. You've come together to tell new stories and let go of the old stories that are in your pain body that no longer serve the future that you're seeking. And so this person has come into your life to evoke the memory of finalizing certain chapters and maybe even finishing certain books that need rewriting. And maybe your story no longer feels like your story and you are evolving into a completely different kind of storyteller. And that is what pile number one's person came here to show them. And they feel exactly the same. You've come here to revolutionize and change their perception of what's possible. And that's super beautiful and poetic. All right, pile number one, I hope that you got the message that you needed. If you like this and if you want to claim it, please go ahead and like it. And I'd like to state that this is going to be the special for the weekend. So take advantage of it if you want to make this a personal reading for you. Okay, so now we're going to go into pile number two. Thank you guys. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Yes, he said. He did. Yes, I did. Good. I'm so happy for you guys. All right. So here you go. We're going to go into pile number two. Let me clean this. So this is all going to be the same video. So pile number two, you chose the number 41, and this is mercy. So there is a level here of forgiveness. There is a message here of the person that you're thinking about really is seeking some level of, they feel as if they need to apologize to you for something, and they're wondering currently if you would accept their apology. I do feel like for some of you, because this is a collective message, maybe they're expecting an apology from you. But I keep hearing the song by Beyonce, Sorry, I'm Not Sorry. Like that song is called Sorry by Beyonce. I think it's on the Lemonade album, and that is the song I'm hearing for this group. Okay, let's see what your soul to soul message is for group number two. And my throat is kind of tightening up, and I feel very much like somebody, like you guys are not speaking. For this pile specifically, for pile number two, I feel like whoever it is that you're thinking of and is on your mind, you're not currently, if you are on speaking terms, you're not being authentic about how you feel deep down. Okay, pile number two. Pile number two. Source, please give me a clear message on what pile number two. Pile number two. Yeah, my throat wants to keep. Yeah, pile number two. All right, pile number two. Pile number two's person, their mind, their heart, and what they came here to evoke in your soul. Pile number two. Okay. And this is how pile number two perceives this person and their mind, their heart, and what your soul, how your soul perceives this person. Pile number two. And this is your connecting energy. This is what your soul's actually, the magnetic message of what brought you guys together. All right, what brought you together is the King of Swords, honesty, truth. The sword dropped down and is requiring for you guys to look at things from a logical perspective instead of an emotional perspective. So what has connected you and this person is what makes sense. How can this work in the 3D is energetically what Source is telling me. There's a level of the mind playing a role within this connection between you and this other person. And maybe that is the affliction for some of you guys, right? Like if you're not in the heart of the matter, you're always looking at who's right, who's wrong, who's smarter, who's not as smart. And if this is a love relationship, because I said this doesn't have to be a love relationship, it's difficult for two people to connect emotionally if they're always in their rational mind. So for pile number 2, I definitely think that what has brought you both together is a level of what's the authentic feeling? What is the authentic feeling that is not being felt? Right? You guys are talking about things and what happened and what didn't happen, but what is the authentic feeling below it? Like what really is the reason you're communicating? Is it because, you felt disrespected, you didn't feel honored, you don't feel like that person is honest? See what I'm saying? Like when we convey and we communicate with people, the messages that we're conveying and communicating logically have a heart-based emotion. And if you get to the heart-based emotion of why you want to talk to someone, then you understand the deeper rooted thing that actually needs to be conveyed and communicated. And sometimes it's the fact that it's not a sentence, it's not a story, it's not you did this and I did that. It's I feel hurt. I feel hurt. I feel as if you didn't care. I feel that I trusted you and you didn't show up to my heart. And I feel betrayed. And that was a channeling that just came through. So for some of you, this person betrayed your heart. But did they betray your mind? And this is why this person came into your life, because Source is telling me for this pile that you knew for some reason that this person's words were not matching what you were hoping they could show up as physically in your life. And so Source is telling me the reason this person came into your life is so that you don't take words as gospel, so that you take actions as gospels, and you don't emotionally invest in words anymore. You invest in changed behavior. Oh, I just realized my phone's about to die. Hold on, guys. I need to plug in my phone. Of course. Hold on. Hopefully it doesn't die while I'm trying to plug in the phone. I actually went and got all of this and then I never plugged in the phone. Okay, hopefully you can see this. Are you crying? I'm sorry. Here we go. Good. So, the reason this person came into your life was so that you don't believe in pretty little words anymore. So you believe in action. So you believe in someone that is a person of their word. This is the reason this person came into your life. Now, how does this person in their mind perceive you, pile number 2? They perceived you as a fucking go-getter, as somebody that gets shit done, as somebody that is exactly what they're not. You say something and you do something. You make a decision and you take action on that decision. You're not wishy-washy in any way. You are someone that will get shit done. So this person sees you as a very passionate individual, somebody that doesn't understand anyone that stands in the door. I'm keep getting that this person, pile number 2, stands in the door, right? And the message I'm getting is like what my dad used to say, like stop, either come in or get out, but don't stand in the fucking doorway. So this person understands that you're the kind of person that literally doesn't stand in the doorway. You take action. You either make a decision to go or you make a decision to stay. Though, from what I'm seeing, you're actually energetically becoming a little bit, we'll see. Okay, how you perceive this person. You perceive this person as your dream come true. This person came into your life and you thought, this is my person. This is the person I'm meant to be with. They are visually what I want to experience. They are financially what I want to experience. They see me and I perceive them as my dream come true. I perceive them, the operative word, as my dream come true. Okay, so let's see what else shows up. Okay, the heart of the matter for them is that they see you as a soulmate. Wow, this is completely taking a turn here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and just channel the messages that come through. They perceive you as their soulmate. They perceive you as someone that knows what they want, and you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, there's two messages here. The first message that comes through is that this person feels very much like when you say to them that you feel like they're your soulmate, they're like, yeah, I'm all that in a bag of chips. I'm the prize. Of course I'm your soulmate. But it comes from a very narcissistic place. It comes from a place of like, who doesn't want to be with me? I have to say that out loud for some of you guys. I just have to, because I don't know what else is going to come through. But this energy here of this person feels a bit cocky, feels a bit full of themselves. And we won't go ahead and we're not going to diagnose them as narcissistic because, hey, I don't know this person. What I definitely know is that they have a complete sense that you and them were meant to come together and have this exchange in a very soulmate kind of way. Like you were meant to experience a feeling of being chosen, both of you, by the other. Now let's go ahead and see what pile number 2, how you perceive them. Yeah, this is very interesting. This is definitely a very karmic relationship for you, pile number 2. This person taught you something about this person. Pile number 2 reminds me of your male parent, whoever was the masculine in your parental upbringing. This person shows up as they are, or they have similar energy than your papa, your dad, your masculine, the person that had the most power in your upbringing. Because it doesn't have to be the male. Maybe your mama was like the fucking badass in your life. Either way, this person has similar energy than that. How you perceive this person is somebody that has, again, everything that you've ever wanted in a person. Like this person not only is the ultimate dream come true, they also are successful in a way and really know themselves. Now, the additional message here is it tells me that you feel manipulated by this person. Whenever you're around this person, you can't say no to them. And pile number 2, because mercy is here, Source is saying to me, I want to show you this picture. Okay. Do you see this picture? Do you see how the angel is about to hit the priest? I feel like your guardian angels are like, wake up. Like it could be shiny. Like Source is showing me a diamond ring that is gorgeous. It was your dream come true diamond ring. But when it got set in its setting, it has this sharp edge to it that is literally boring into your hand whenever you wear it. It literally is creating a hole. It's making you bleed. It's hurting you whenever you put it on. But when you look at it like this, you're just like, isn't it beautiful? But God forbid you want to be comfortable in it. It is painful to wear. My God, this message is so... Looking at the cards, you would go, oh, it's beautiful. But the feeling I have with this connection is like there's something so painful about this connection. There's something so painful about it. Okay, now let's find out what your souls literally came here to wake up in each person. What did your souls need to wake up for each of you guys? Now, for your person, pile number 2, they need to wake up and fucking finally take action on something that is better than anything that they'll ever fucking get, right? Like they need to finally get off their fucking lazy ass and pursue the thing that they say they want instead of just saying, I want cake, but then they never fucking leave their couch, you know, like, I want a holiday, but they never pack and go on a vacation. Something about this person is lazy as shit. I have to say, I'm sorry to say. So their soul is literally competing with you in some way because you get shizzies done. This soul came here to see what someone that says something and then does something and accomplishes something looks like, because this person may be very successful, but this person kind of uses people, kind of like takes advantage of others. Like this is the kind of person that will take credit for somebody else's job, you know, like, oh, isn't that house beautiful? Yeah, like I found that house, but then somebody else did all the redesigning, but they just want to take credit for all of it. All right, what is your soul? What did your soul, pile number 2, come here to, you know, find out, experience, get evoked on your soul level from this person? To love yourself. Oh, that's so funny. All right. It's not funny. You know why it's not funny? Because imagine if I said to you, pile number 2, that everything that you believe about this person, everything you believe about this person being your soulmate, being the person that you've always waited to create this peaceful life with, that feels as if they've come here so that you can be partners in crime and live in a life that is so beautiful, filled with a home and a family. How about if I said, pile number 2, look in the mirror and ask yourself, is this person, from what you've already experienced, capable of holding your hand if you became sick, if you lost all your hair, if you had a hormonal imbalance and became big and fat and needed somebody to love you unconditionally? Source has given me the image of that man from Australia that married his high school sweetheart, and in their wedding vows said, I love you for the soul that you are, not just the beautiful woman that you are. And then they had a house fire and 90% of her body became completely consumed with fire. And she now looks not like the person that he married, and he loves her the same. And literally tells her that she's beautiful every single day of their life, and tells her how much he loves her and appreciates her because she pulled on through the most painful time of her experience, because he couldn't let go of the love that he had for this woman, and how he feels his life is filled with the purest love he's ever experienced and would never choose anyone but her. Source is saying, is this person capable of giving you that kind of love? Because it's saying, if they're not, then go choose your heart, because somebody can love you as unconditionally as you love. And this person came here to show you what love isn't, so you can choose your true soulmate. The purpose of this person coming into your life was so that you knew what pretty little words look like. But you're meant to drop into your heart and feel what true love feels like. And then choose to dream a dream that doesn't have someone have you having to prove to them what a gem you are. You're a fucking gem. Not only that, you're a diamond. And this person fumbled the diamond. And you're meant to go ahead and take that diamond back and move on. Move on, move on. But let's see how this is actually going to fall together. Let's see what Source is saying to this group on what the most probable outcome is for this group. What is the most probable outcome for this group? Pile number 2. Look at this. You guys got the sea serpent and you got the dragonfly. I love that these are both blue, guys, because what is blue? Water, and water are emotions, and Source really wants this group to listen to their hearts. Now, the dragonfly is transparent. It is this beautiful object that it doesn't make sense how they fly, but they do. But most important, they flow in the ether transparently. You just hear them. You don't necessarily see them when they fly by. And the sea serpent is really asking this group to ask, what are you? It's the Orivelis. I don't know how to say that properly, so I apologize. But the sea serpent is eating its own tail, and Source says you must protect yourself from an old cycle. And for some of you, it's your papa wound. You must heal that in order to flow into trusting your heart and what is best for you. Now let's find out what Source's message is in regards to the best possible outcome for this group, group 2. What other messages can you give my pile number 2? Aw, I'm so happy this is connecting with you. Okay. Look at, hello. Source is saying you must look at yourself as the beautiful soul that you are. In order for a soul to see your soul, they must be able to really know your heart. You are a beauty. And the only reason that you're not experiencing the feeling of somebody seeing your beauty is because you're not making it clear to yourself how beautiful you are. So the message for this pile is to sit in front of a mirror for the next 7 days and love yourself. And what that may mean is that you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, I love you, pile number 2, until you feel it in your heart, until you cry your eyes out, until you recognize that until you see your beauty, nobody else can. So that is what pile number 2 must know. And this person came into your world so that you stop the old cycle of needing somebody else to see your beauty before you do. All right. Woof. That was super powerful. If you guys want to take advantage of the special that I'm doing this weekend, go ahead and do that. If this is where we cross off and leave each other's lives, share this message with anybody that you think needs it. Pile number 2, I'm giving you such a big hug. Wow. I love you. I see you. I'm Nettie. I guide. I'll see you guys later.